17. You are someone else's tree. A man lived a life of mediocrity and poverty. One night, he lost all courage to live and came to the edge of a cliff, ready to jump off. Before committing suicide, he wept bitterly, recounting his experiences and setbacks. A short tree grew on the cliffside. Hearing its story, it too shed tears. Seeing the tree weeping, the man asked, "Seeing you cry, do you share the same misfortune as me?" The tree replied, "I'm afraid I'm the most miserable tree in the world. Look at me, growing in this crevice between rocks, with no soil to eat and no water to thirst from. I suffer from malnutrition year-round. This harsh environment prevents my branches from growing, making my appearance ugly. My shallow roots make me vulnerable to collapse in the wind and stiffen in the cold. I appear incredibly strong, but in reality, I'd rather die than live." The man couldn't help but sympathize with the tree's plight, and said, "If that's the case, why continue to live in this world? Why not join me in death?" The tree replied, "It would be very easy for me to die, but there are no other trees on this cliff, so I can't." The man was puzzled. The tree continued, "Do you see this bird's nest above my head? It was built by 2 magpies. They've lived and bred here for a long time. If I'm gone, what will become of them?" After hearing this, the man suddenly realized something and stepped back from the edge of the cliff. Revelation: the true value of life lies in contribution to society. In reality, no one lives solely for themselves. Even the smallest or most humble person is a towering tree to others. 18. Only seeing the hair. A general manager had to choose one of 3 outstanding individuals to be his assistant. After repeated consideration, he couldn't come to a conclusion. Finally, he took them hunting. Upon arriving at the destination, everything was ready. Before they began their mission, the general manager asked, "What did you see?" A said, "I saw endless grasslands, blue sky, white clouds, and running hares." A said, "I saw my manager, my colleagues, the beautiful scenery before us, running hares, and ducks swimming in the water." B said, "I only saw hares." Upon returning to the company, the general manager appointed B as assistant manager. B later performed exceptionally well and was soon promoted. Inspiration: when examining problems and handling matters, we must be adept at grasping the principal contradiction and focusing our efforts on resolving it. If we fail to distinguish between primary and secondary, or grasp the central issue, we will never accomplish anything successfully. Employee B differs from employees A and B in his ability to grasp the central issue, which is the key to his success. Choose the lesser of 2 evils, choose the greater of 2 priorities. Life is full of choices, and success or failure depends on the focus of our choices. 19. State of mind. My friend Xiao Wang enjoys writing and constantly complains about not having a good environment or the right time. When others laughed and joked at work, he feared the noise and the mockery of his pedantry. He also complained about the small, dark, and oppressive nature of his rented room. He said, "If I could have a clean environment, I'd definitely be able to write well." He soon moved and was satisfied with the environment, but his dream never came true. He added, "It's too quiet, and I lack inspiration." Inspiration: dialectical materialism teaches us that the change and development of things are the result of the combined action of internal and external factors. Internal factors are the basis, while external factors are the conditions. External factors act through internal factors. In fact, more often than not, when we complain about everything going wrong, it's not necessarily due to changes in the external environment. The key lies in how we exercise our own subjective initiative. 20. The birth of the insect world. The renowned French entomologist Fabre had a love of nature since childhood, frequently observing the lives of insects and shellfish. His passion for observation and research reached a pitch of obsession. To understand the lives of insects, he would sometimes lie motionless on the ground in the wild, observing from sunrise to sunset. To catch an insect, he would often follow it as it hopped around. He spent 3 full years observing the courtship of a male silkworm moth. Just as he was about to achieve results, the moth's bride was unfortunately devoured by a mantis. Undeterred, Fabre began his observations all over again for another 3 years before finally achieving results. Fabre's passion for observation and his patience were the key to his remarkable achievements. His 10-volume masterpiece, The Insect Life, had a profound impact on the biological community. Inspiration: Marxist epistemology holds that practice is the source of knowledge and that true knowledge emerges from practice.